Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, I am your host with the most, Ghost. Today, we are talking about the one, the only, nWo. 20 years ago, this week, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash left the WWF, now the WWE, and they took over WCW. First appearing on Nitro, May 20-something, May 27th, 1996. Scott Hall appeared on Nitro and saying, I'm here to take over, and I got a couple of buddies that are, gonna help me out. And then the next week, which was yesterday, June 10th, Kevin Nash appears on Nitro in one of the classic botched promos. We're not here to play. Where's the adjective? Play. Kevin Nash appears on Nitro, and they set their sights for Bash at the Beach 1996. Man, I can't believe it's already been 20 years ago. And this DVD pretty much sums up everything that happened with the nWo. It's a great watch. I recommend it for the younger fans out there to get a little history lesson about the nWo. Grab that DVD and watch it. Scott Hall is probably one of my most favorite wrestlers of all time. And when I seen him on WCW, you could tell the guy had it. Okay? 6'7", 6'8", jack, 270 pounds. Scott Hall was the smallest of the three men, Hogan and Nash and Hall. And on that night, what was it, July 17th, I believe? July 7th, 1996, Hulk Hogan turns heel after, a long reign at the top, and joins Hall and Nash, officially forming the nWo. And we would go on to see many superstars in the nWo. Next would be the Giant, Ted DiBiase, Six, also known as 1-2-3 Kid, X-Pac, Macho Man Randy Savage, Vincent, Virgil. Then later on you had guys like Bryan Adams, Horace Hogan, Scott Norton, Buff Bagwell, Lex Luger, Scott Steiner. It really got really watered down towards the end of the reign, and man, when Eric Bischoff, officially joined the nWo, I think that was, the peak of it. But I do think they ruined it with so many guys in it. The original 3 or 4 guys really killed it. And what I mean by that is, you know, they set a really high bar, and they were doing things that never been seen, and they brought that reality into wrestling where you really hated these guys and you wanted to see who could kick their asses. Key moments of the nWo's reign, I would say Hogan versus Goldberg in '98. A great moment is, you know, the things they did to Rey Mysterio, the initial first moments. Obviously, Hogan and Sting at Starrcade '97, the build-up to Sting's return to the ring. The match wasn't that great, but, you know, the build-up to that Starrcade '97. I love that time and those moments in wrestling. The nWo's return to WWF. Some of my favorite matches occurred during that time with Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18. One of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history, no matter what anybody says. That's a must-watch for anybody. Man, when they officially split up into the Wolfpack and the Team Hollywood, I was a fan of it at the time, but you know, when you're much younger watching it, you don't realize what's happening. I was a big Wolfpack fan, big Kevin Nash fan, big Randy Savage fan, Lex Luger, and Conan. These five men really took the reins over the Team Hollywood, which was really just Hogan and Hall with a bunch of, you know, lower card guys, and that really hurt the nWo in my opinion. These days, you know, it's hard to say, like, could it have lasted longer if they didn't, you know, put so many guys in it? It's hard to say, but I think it could have lasted a bit longer if they didn't, you know, water it down. Tons of championships between these three men, you know. When Hogan was the world champion and the Outsiders were the tag champs, you know, that was the glory days of the nWo. And, you know, I just can't believe it's been so long, 20 years ago, guys. You know, key matches on the DVD here, we got the Outsiders versus the Steiner Brothers, great match. You know, Hogan versus Roddy Piper in a return match where the roles were reversed. You know, Piper was the face and Hogan was the heel. You know, the shit they did with Hogan and Rodman and Jay Leno, I wasn't a fan of that stuff. I think it really hurt them. But entertaining, yes, but it doesn't have a place for the business. So that's my little chat today, guys, about 20 years of the nWo. We'll talk to you later. Peace. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.